Sup guys, Mikey here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council with the the budget build for the Pendulum Domination structure deck. Now, typically a budget build is what you think it is. Uh, 3 structure decks made to be viable for new players, or just if you want to try out the DDD deck and if you want to build it later on. Well, there you go. You have most of the cards. You just need the other stuff like the Necro Slime or the rest of the extra deck. You know, it's not really much. So if you guys want to see the full build, I would say, with the structure deck incorporated, let me know. And that's it. Besides me not being able to get dual videos because no one wants to dual DDDs, believe me. Me, Jonathan, and Rom tried. So let's go into the deck and the deck choices and why. So double Galilei, or I don't know, Galileo. Galileo. Nothing's. I think this effect is already known to everyone. It's just the monster effect that counts, really, in my opinion. During either player's turn, you can discard this card. Target one deity or dark contract card you control, return it to the hand. So, my favorite combo with this is summon, say, Kepler, get your search, and on your opponent's turn, if they try and get rid of it, you just bounce it back with Galilei. So you have dark contract, and you have Kepler in your hand. And it's a scale 1, and it's not bad, and it's a recover. You can recover it easily. So, 1 DDD Doom King Armageddon. One reason I don't like the Doom King build, personally, so I don't like the Doom King build. Plus, the most attack points in this deck is 3,000, so you kind of need this Inger scale to like get that over 3,000 hit, because this deck has problems dealing with 3k beat sticks. Double Abyss Ragnarok. Now, normally there would be 3 Ragnaroks, but the rank 8 is not part of the Domination structure deck, so and the restriction that you can only target a DDD monster to special summon. But the second effect is pretty strong, so, and considering there's only 3 other DDD cards you can use, Wisdom King, Supreme King, and Doom King. The other cards are not really relevant for this deck, so that's the reason I have 2 Abyss Ragnaroks. Now, typically 1 Supreme King Kaiser in any DD deck, because, you know, the effect is really, really strong. Pendulum Summon all face-up cards you control, have their effect negated until the end of the turn, and again, it can be added back to the hand from the graveyard, and you can use it over and over and over again. And the second effect gives it more than 1 attack per turn. 2 Wisdom King Apocalypse, basically like a hand trap or a graveyard trap, as well as just a free special summon and getting rid of your dark contract cards. And that's the reason we have some of the cards in here that we do. A double Savant Newton and the other Savant here. Savant Copernicus. When he's summoned, send a DDD or Dark Contract from your deck to the graveyard, and you can drop this card to recover a DDD or Dark Contract card. Now, these would typically be your scales for the deck. Unless you don't have them, then you can go into Kepler and something else, or Doom King and something else, but these will typically be your scales because, 1, their pendulum effects will like stop you from destroying yourself with the dark contracts, and the fact that it is a scale 1 and scale 10, so anything's possible. Triple Orthos, strong effect, nothing more to talk about. Oh wait, got rid of an Orthos. Oh, that's okay. Triple Orthos, strong effect, and it's the tuner that you need to summon the Siegfried. Now, again, this is just a structure deck. Just these 3 extra deck cards come in the deck. Triple Lilith, not much to say there. Lilith is pretty much a staple in the deck. And double Copernicus and triple Kepler will finish off the monsters. Kepler, you already know what Kepler does. You can either bounce a card or add a Dark Contract. And the scale effect, it's eh. So, as for spells, Triple Aura Darkness, 1/1 for 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Forbidden Dark Contract with the Swamp King, 1 Dark Contract with the Yami Makai. This card actually comes in pretty useful when it needs to be, because sometimes your scales get popped and you can just bring it straight back with this card. And without the recovery from the graveyard that you have, you instantly have your scales back. Triple Dark Contract with the Gate, and double Covenant with the Swamp King, or Dark Contract with the Swamp King for the fusion summoning. And then for traps, you have, I put in 1 Contract Laundering, and it's proven useful. I don't think more than 1 is needed, since even without Contract Laundering, the Dark Contract cards will get popped by your own card effects or by your opponent's card effects. And this is not a searchable card, so I prefer that one. 1 DDD Resource Management, or DDD Human Resources, sorry about that. Just to get back some cards, just to recover some cards from the graveyard. And then triple Hope for Escape, because, you know, with all the life points you lose, this card really does come in handy. You need all the draw power you can get for this deck. So with the Allure and Hope for Escape, you have a very strong amount of draw power. And to finish off the main deck, you got 2 Covenant or Dark Contract with the Witch. Basically just another Psyframe, the Psyframe Overload Trap, I think it's called. But instead of banishing, it destroys, so, you know, as long as you have a DDD or Dark Contract in your hand. And, you know, this deck with all this draw power, you will have one. Just like a throwaway card. And then for the extra deck, triple Dragonbane, King Beowulf, triple Siegfried, and triple Wave King Kaiser. If this came with all the other, or at least one of each of the other extra deck cards, I think this deck would be a lot more stronger than it could be already. So, Beowulf, piercing damage, and standby, destroy all spawn traps in the spawn trap card zone. That includes your opponent. So basically, this is a heavy storm. This is the strongest card in terms of effecting for your deck, because if this can negate any spell or trap card effect that's activated or on the field. So if your opponent activates Raigeki or Trade In or Twin Twister or anything, this card will be able to negate it. It will negate its effect, not its activation, which makes it a really strong card. And if it's destroyed, you gain 1,000 life points for each Dark Contract you control. And then finally, you got Wave King Kaiser. During either player's turn, you can detach material. At the end of the battle phase, put as many monsters destroyed this turn as possible. But during the standby phase, take 1,000 damage for each monster. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a Dark Contract card from your deck to your hand. And this is the rest of the cards that you can use, or a playset of each card that you would want to use as a personal preference for you guys. So, you know, a third Galley, a third Ragnarok, Kerberos between 1 and 3, Night Howling. Now the reason I didn't put in Night Howling is because I'm not using the level 5 they put in the deck, because the level 5 is not needed. And that's why you go with the Orthos Lilith for the level 8, or if you want, you could put in DD Lamia and use any of the level 7s here. Then, you know, one of each of the other Dark Contracts and a third Covenant with the Valkyrie or Contract with the Witch. I don't know why I keep saying that. If I sound like unmotivated, I really do apologize, because it is a very, very windy day here in New York, and, you know, I'm extremely tired going out for the entire weekend and then just coming back home. So, you know, if I sound unmotivated, believe me, I am motivated. I love doing this. I wanted to get this off since Saturday, but YGO Pro likes to fuck with me. So make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Obviously, this deck can get a whole hell of a lot better. So let me know if you want to see a deck profile for that. I'll gladly do a deck profile for that. I promise to get a deck, Blue Eyes deck profile for you guys tomorrow. And join our Discord chat if you haven't already. The Discord chat is always fun for players to just relax and talk about whatever they want, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, whatever you guys want to talk about. It's alright. And make sure to go vote for whatever deck you want to see on Friday's live stream. So, without further ado, I will see you guys later. Peace.